Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Good. It's actually here.
Oh, well, thanks.
I have to be used to looking at that. Do you remember when? So it's actually really, really nice. And maybe I'll just write these down right now. No, wherever you want to. Well, you know, like, with a hot set over there.
Hello, Dad.
Share all your secrets. I'll take something. Hi, how are you doing?
How are you?
Good, good. Nice to see you.
We should now schedule our lunch.
Do you remember? Great. When you good.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually leave tomorrow. As a family, we'll be done for the kids' spring break. And then Wade and I
Cute sweater.
but I will.
Well, I love those colors, the beige.
All right.
It's like my thing. I love those. And you know, you can talk
We were there February 10th.
No, okay.
So we left February 13th.
When are you available?
14th. So
Or March.
we did that for March property management company. They got one ticket for December. And then my cousin, when he had it in January, his good friends were
Next week, I see my lunchtime or hour.
company.
I have a one-on-one at 2 o'clock.
How about next week? Just because I'm a bit very
You're like a rock star.
Howdy.
But when next week?
How are you? Is this your
Except
phone?
for Tuesday, I have a one-on-one at 2. Yeah, that's good. Whatever's good for you.
Hey, Dean.
Yeah.
Excellent. Do you feel like the head of the
I'm glad we ran into you.
That last day, I had
very competitive, as I understand.
That happened to me yesterday. I mean, I did.
But
I know they're
scheduled at
Tuesdays, but we don't have to.
because of the selling.
Oh.
And it was just like, and he's like,
Mine fell apart the other day because of the lender, and we had to close the next day, but it was so traumatic for my buyers because they thought they'd never been through anything like that. Well, and then it's ultimately when my closings fall apart, like this one did, although we did close yesterday. It's always because the underwriting department, that, you know, and then there's like, it's the ones where they have one person that's like, call them a Nazi with rules that don't happen, right? I mean, and all the other underwriters would never do what they're making us do. Because they, like, typically they will go, we have clear to close the week before, right? And then the day of closing, they're like, oh, there's something else that we're worried about if we need you to deal with. You're like, are you kidding me? So that's what happened. And it's the worst. So, but I would always understand at work. And usually clients would say, oh, I gotta, you know, like you even said it was emergency, and you go, well, I just have a client that they did, the only time they can go out and look at homes, blah, 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 because I've learned the hard way that they will fire you when you say, I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm sorry, I'm not available.
Yeah. So how's everything going? Well, with the whole, you mean because of the whole interest rate changes and everything?
I'd like to go as well. We'll all that
I did have a buyer.
I'm open to that idea. I just can't promise that January.
How long had you showed them homes when they made that decision?
No, we went out like 3 times.
Oh, okay, at least it isn't like some of my clients where they've had me out for 6 months or more.
No.
Basketball
So
team?
we did go out, and then they sent me, or they called me yesterday and said,
Wonderful it is down there.
It's not a consideration for your effort.
because I got to think on it.
I know, it's finding that balance between also the pride time of renting.
I had a client that's just, I mean, I just learned the news about this, but I had a client
I'm going 3 times over the summer, but I was getting it
So
ready.
I went and did I mean, take this location was a job change. I went and FaceTime from, like, I would go to the homes and do tours. I did it for months and months. Hello? Good. I did it for months and months, right? So I showed good faith to them, but then when they said, you know, we can't find something fast enough, so we're gonna rent, and then get to know the area. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, that's totally understandable. So I didn't bug them or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
And that was my favorite most.
That was the best
About
part
touch
ever.
base and say, well, I've been here
I
for a
can
long
grab
time,
these.
and I have been updated. When do you think you're ready to look? And they're like, well,
I gotta go tell them.
and then at first they wouldn't respond to me, right? They wouldn't respond, and then finally I just said, you know, I worked so hard for you for like 6 months showing you homes, and I feel like I worked hard that I at least deserve to know, just get an update of what, you know, if our buy-up or you feel, and finally they answered.
10 minutes ago. How you doing?
They did fine, how are you doing?
I'm super. I got Matt here.
What?
But they're not.
I read books for that.
Yeah, they should. And we need to ask them what we need to do to make it worth their time. Yeah. Donard!
I joined the culture committee to try to get some parents. Oh, tell her you should join. Yeah, tell her you should join. And then I did this. It's unfairness and SME committee. I was having dinner. I did that. And like care about those issues. Like there was one day where I just said, you know, if I go to a which I have, the only way you'll get to know me is to join the party. Yep. I decided yeah, I got you down in my camera. Thank you.
Right. That would be nice talking to you.
Okay, you too. Bye. I did stop in your office, but you figured you're at the restaurant. And I could tell, I figured that maybe yours, but I didn't know. I was like, I don't know that I remember her drinking those huge water bottles. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Oh. I am. Oh, it's too bad. No, these are Kia. Oh, I thought you meant there's something you have to hang on to look at. What? Oh yeah, you guys probably like to know that we did. It was such a nail biter and sucked up so when this goes wrong, it sucks up so much of your time, right? Dealing with so many different people. So, but we did, and I came to the office yesterday and brought the papers, so that's a whole thing. Good. So down to you. I think I probably smashed my mouth. Super cute. So that's
Yeah, you know, that's great. Yeah, this one's going by afterwards. Yeah.
So I met with Dante.
Awesome, yeah.
He has so many good ideas. And then he laughed at me. I mean, because he just doing masters and stuff, right? And he just did advices
Holy cow.
I mean, it wouldn't be very long. Just
Remind me of you want to read one today? Turns out I am, but the point is, Steve, to see it. How you feeling? Very closely Taylor! How are you? Good to see you. Good to have you in the show. Jason over there in the back. He's how you doing? Hey, Jason. My good friend Jody. Good. Him in the back talking about homeless. Yeah. Hey, just so you know, my family owns 2 clubs. Providers? Got more time? Definitely have more time. I knew you were going to say it. I appreciate it. So much. I'll give it to you. Man, I'm reaching out. Huh? Hey, man. There you go. Absolutely. Lisa, how are you? Good. I'm really excited to see you. I told her how close she was to camping, and I know that she did. So we were close, and now we're past. So that's awesome. That is awesome. Jason, right? So, but why do you have that on my screen?
My husband got a choice after all that.
Hey, let's get going. We got a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot of good things.
Oh, that makes sense. I have more things to do. Those are just ideas
What will we do with the drunken sailor? What will we do with the drunken sailor? That's how we're starting the meeting out, folks. What do we do with the drunken sailor? I don't know if we're going to have a vote on that or not. It's like a committee thing, but we got to figure it out before we get going here today.
Except for the water here in Minnesota is not thaw, so there's not any sailors going on.
I'm sorry.
Well, maybe they're sailing like Superior, you know, they're the boat guys up there.
Yeah. So let's start it off like we always start. Let's start with some gratitude. Who would like to read theirs first? And just so you know, I'm going to fill your bucket at the end of the meeting. There's some opportunities to walk away with some cash today. So.
This must be from Melissa Johnson because it says HHG letting me crash their lunches on Tuesdays. Busted.
I noticed they all haven't come back from Mexico, I don't think. Some of them are still down there. Candace.
Jason Arson and his incredible leadership.
Again, enormous marketing budget.
Tammy Griswold's tenacious detail-oriented efforts with transactions.
Tenacious
Awesome.
D.
Oh, awesome. And we want to wish Tammy a happy birthday. She wasn't here when her birthday, so happy birthday, belated to you. Yeah. Lisa?
I am grateful for agents helping agents.
Awesome. Yeah, you do see that every day here. That's one thing about KW culture.
Grateful for John Rohan's wisdom.
Oh, yeah. John must have wrote that in when it came off.
The opportunity to be challenged and refine my skills, the Marketing Center gives me.
Great.
Just ALC, the big heart.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Always available they are.
I'm grateful for Tasha Wells that she decided to head up the Social Equity and Diversity Committee and hit the ground running by going to the Capital Housing Day Conference.
Yes.
Yeah, she was here earlier, but she had her granddaughter, so she's online today. So.
Lisa was there with her, so I'm thankful for Lisa.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That one was from me.
I wonder who wrote this. The Minnesota Wild.
marbles positive attitude.
Absolutely, yeah.
This one must be from Olivia. It says, I am grateful for dogs.
I kept teasing her while she was gone, we're gonna have like a dog-friendly meeting, and she wasn't really for it.
I'm grateful for the Friday snack cart.
We need to add beer or something to that.
Mine says, I'm grateful for spring.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. Starting to see some movement for sure.
Melissa Johnson is always looking at life as a glass half full and daily gives words of encouragement and education to those around her.
Oh, awesome, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Could that be because of the alcohol in her
I have one contest in this reputation, I just can't shake it.
Oh, sorry.
John, always looking for the positive.
Oh, awesome, yeah.
Candace for being an awesome ALC on
Oh, good. Thank you, Candace. Sorry.
Yep, Sarah Anderson's unselfish and giving attitude.
Yeah, growth coaching. Guys, don't go to growth coaching, you need to get there. So, any other ones? No? So the Spirit Award, so Ryan Ring won it last time, and he did call me today. He says he's busy. He's working. He's John, I'm working. So he sent me an email on who he wants to give it to. So I'll just read that. I'm going to send the Spirit Award to Megan Warren for always thinking of me when someone is looking for a contractor. Yes, I know it's not real estate related, but it certainly has helped in the last months as I've made the jump from working for myself. So, Megan. I was gonna say, this is usually
I
either
don't
a
really have
song
a
or a
speech, but
speech.
thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'll have to text him later.
Yeah, absolutely. So we want to welcome, we'll get out of the way here, Emily. Ronar is right here. Ryan, no?
He's in a buyer council.
Oh, well, there you go. He's in a buyer council, so that's even better. And Matt? No? Well, we'll still do that. So obviously, again, the best thing that happens here at KW is if you're capped, 100% of the commission goes to you until your anniversary date. So I want to congratulate Lisa. And Amber.
What are we doing tomorrow?
Oh yeah, that's right, open house, Amber, St. Patty's Day in St. Peter's. So I think, was it 6 to 8 or something?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
So yes,
5 to 7:30.
oh, 5 to 7:30? 5 to 7:30.
Whatever, we'll just stay
Don't
later.
show up at 8.
Go early,
She won't mind.
Come for lunch and stay for dinner.
go early, stay
She
late.
doesn't know we're coming, but. For lunch. Give this off to Jason.
Yeah, it's me. I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. I'm such a fine sight to see. That's me. I do want to do a couple things. Got upcoming classes. Tomorrow we do have a class, a CE class. I want you to go to that. I'm going to hold my meeting at 1 because that's when I do, but I really, really, really would prefer that you go to the CE class because that's important to you. It's important to getting things knocked out. I'm going to hold it because that's when I hold it. But I would rather, I mean, and we'll just take whatever you want to take during that time, but to me, it's more important that you go to that one. And then on the 24th, we're going to talk about golden letters. We're going to do all kinds of golden letter dances. That's super fun. We'll do that on the following Thursday at 1 p.m., John. We do have some stuff. So the people after Keller Williams, after family reunion is done, they get to go back to work. And one of the first things they've done is they've changed the slides. And I think, and I know that this will probably not appear that cool to you, but this is really nice that they've made it a lot easier for me to talk about. And one of the things they noticed, they talked about is, since we're talking about opportunities, they actually light up the little opportunity thing like you have in command. So you know that we're talking about opportunities. But more important than that, what is actually going on? If you have the opportunity in your user profile settings to connect your account so that you can now offer your clients Keller Covered, which is home insurance. If you're not familiar with that product, there's a lot of places to go on that. I'm not the expert on Keller Covered. I'm just the expert in how to advertise it to your clients. And that will be under your details tab for your buyer profile. You can send an invitation directly to them for Keller Covered. It's up to them whether they get it or not, but that is a new feature that will be in Command. Questions, concerns, problems? I didn't see. Activity tracker. If you've been in a team for a long time, you may have accidentally at one point in time received an email from Command telling you something like, hey, enter your daily transactions and things like that. How many calls have you made today? How many appointments have you set? How many have you held agreements and things like that? They are now expanding that to the individual agent so that you can track that for your own benefit. It is merely for your own benefit. And that will be available in your command settings, reporting, activity tracking. Turn that on or off. And if you're interested in those elements, you'll have that available to you. Marketing profile enhancements. There's a new field in your marketing profile. Again, this is in command settings. You have a new field for slogan. And unfortunately, if you go in there, it is now a required field. So if you decide to go into that thing at all, you will have to enter a slogan.
Oh, gosh.
But since you may not know what your slogan is yet, I'm going to advise you that today your slogan is spacebar. One space, that's your slogan. My slogan is space. Until you come up with it. And when you come up with it, you can put it in there. But right now, space is your slogan because it will not save without entering that because it is a required field. On the other side, in that same area, we're not going to make my photo, team logo, or market center and brokerage logos mandatory in that to load that particular page. So if in your marketing profile settings, those will no longer be mandatory fields. So we got rid of 3, but we added a new one that seems less important. But hey, I don't make the decisions, I just report on them. And then remember to save any changes, John. All right, contact saved searches by custom drawn area. Now, when you are creating a saved search for your clients in contacts, you can now not only do a saved search by neighborhood or zip code, but you can draw. It is not a snap tool. It is a literal pen. So if it doesn't snap to county borders or the edge of the river automatically, it will encompass everything that you draw in that saved search for them. And that will then be sent out whatever shape you want, whatever way you want to do it. That is available for a saved search in command for your clients. Now we're going to talk about my buddy, Matthew O. Weaver.
He loves Matthew, but he wanted to add the O. Weaver for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, John is bound and determined to get everybody to call me Matthew. I don't know why.
Is it your name?
He really gets a kick out of that. And I guess for a day I could be more Irish with the O in front of my name. I don't have a lot of funny things to say, but I have good news. We had a pretty decent February, as you see. Company dollar was at 101,000, and so that resulted in some profit share for a decent February. We have listings written and sold. They're right about on par with your normal February. It's, you guys know as well as anybody, it's not a fast time of the year, but at least we're keeping on par instead of going down. So that's a good thing because a lot of places aren't taking in as many listings. So, closed 103. That was good. Again, good month. So there's your numbers. I know numbers aren't fun and they aren't funny, but there they are. So enjoy.
Any questions?
They are too fun. I should say not all.
They allow you to have fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
Any questions over that, please talk to Matt.
Weren't we number 4 in the region for profit share too?
We were. Yes. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. Thank you. What was that? We were number 4 in the region in profit share. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Quick question, where it shows written 131, is that written accepted offers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Good question.
So that means you wrote 331.
Yeah.
Right, 3,000.
Yeah.
10 times that.
So, what do we got? Oh, coming soon. Yeah. So, coming soon, if anybody in the room would like to talk about their properties, I know Krista's in here. Would you like to talk about your...
Mine?
Yeah.
I have a couple of new listings. I have a senior condo down in Farmington for $215. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, had some updating done. Has on first floor, however, it's not walkout, it's out to a deck because it drops down with underground heated parking and that kind of thing. It's in Cameron Woods, and so it's just on the north side of Farmington, just off of Pilot Knob Road. And then I have a new listing coming on Friday in Egan, 4796 Erics Boulevard, $415. I kind of know the house fairly well. I lived there for 35 years and before I sold it to my daughter, and now she's got it for sale. So it big 3-car garage, all block, a lot of concrete house because that's our business, but so it's all brick, stucco, decorative block, exposed aggregate deck patios and stamped concrete driveways and block shed, and so I don't know, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split entry.
Awesome. Thank you. Kelly, you want to talk about?
Sure, I have one coming in Faribault. He's painting and decluttering and all that kind of stuff still, but we are gonna list it at 184.9. It's a 1.5-story, 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car detached garage. The garage has a workshop built into the back of it, and then has like a ladder up to full storage, the whole length of the garage. So it would be a great place for someone who likes to, you know, has a hobby or they need a workshop type thing. Yeah, super cute.
What was the price of that one?
184.9.
Here, Sarah?
So this one went active today. Cute, split level in Lakeville, right about 2 blocks off or away from Lakeville South High School. Like new kind of, not hardwood, but laminate flooring throughout the whole house. Huge fenced backyard. It's on at 365.
Lisa?
For those who heard us talk about this in the last meeting, it wasn't a withheld status, but it's a Rambler home that's on 10 acres in Prior Lake, which is a rare thing. The Rambler home is over 5,000 square feet. It has a heated pole barn with cement floor with drains, every man's dream, not to stereotype. And we've moved to a coming soon status, but I can tell if you have any clients interested, I can tell you my phone is blowing up. And then I ran an ad that started this morning. I already have 4 leads. So if anyone here has clients, we will do our open house when we move to active status on the 26th. It'll be a Saturday.
What's the price?
It is $940. But I will tell you that $940,000, I will tell you the feedback, since realtors are calling me, is that they feel it's priced well. So, you know, it's great. That's great.
Awesome. Tasha? Oh, Tasha?
Good morning. I have a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car garage townhome that is handicap accessible with the ramp already going to the front door, roll-in shower, grab bars. Kitchen is also set up to accommodate a wheelchair, so roll under the stove and cook, and then French doors for the oven. It's priced at $175. We're just doing the final clean out and cleaning today and tomorrow, and professional pictures will be tomorrow. So it goes live on Friday morning, and pictures will then be uploaded as well. Rentals are allowed. Pets are allowed, and it's in Apple Valley on Pennock Avenue, which is a really great location, convenient to transit and downtown. So let me know if you have anyone needing handicap accessible.
Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about as far as coming soon or anything? Give you got an opportunity for that. All right, so we got a lot of things coming up. Obviously, the award ceremony, obviously save that date. Any questions there?
We know where it is? That's
Just across the road.
Taco Bell.
Jessica will talk about this a little bit during her time. Obviously, we kind of chatted about this already a little bit at CEU.
Can you send that sign-up sheet around just in
Oh,
case
yeah,
somebody
sorry.
wants to still sign up? Thank you.
That's tomorrow. So when I was at family reunion, this is probably the best breakout that I went to of all time, of all the days I was there. And I've been bugging this guy nonstop since I left, wanting the slides, thinking I could teach this to you guys. And so he's gonna redo it because he told me he's had 75 market centers that wanna see it again. So it's free. It's 3 disruptive strategies to increase your GCI without selling one more house. It's really, he does a phenomenal job. It's some very great content. It'll be available on Zoom. So we'll make sure that you guys got all that information. It's the end of the month, so.
Over $1 billion. I don't, in my mind, that seems like a lot.
He's out of Denver, if I remember right. Ex-military.
Something you're sold $1 billion. So I don't know, it seems like a lot.
Yeah. So it was great. So I kind of, again, going through the calendar, connectors, award ceremony, the disruptive strategies, and then kind of looking forward, got another CE opportunity in April. So other things I want to make sure you guys are aware of, all the other things that we can do here at KW, we don't really have what I would call a bona fide luxury agent. So I have them on the line. They're going to go through KW Luxury and kind of tell you a little bit about it. Is it Brandy? Are you on?
Yeah. Hi, you guys. My name is Brandy. I am one of the luxury concierge specialists with KW Luxury, and I work in the corporate office in Austin. I'm going to go over some basic information about KW Luxury, and then I will run through the new KW Luxury website for you guys. This website is available to all KW agents that have a qualifying luxury property, and you'll learn more about how to earn in and have access to the Luxury Hub as well. So KW Luxury provides resources, benefits, and elevated training to agents who have earned into the program via their production. Consideration for the KW Luxury earning community requires agents to close a minimum of 4 transactions in the past 24 months at the luxury county threshold, which is set by your regional leadership. Luxury property thresholds vary by county, but the absolute minimum threshold allowed for KW Luxury is $700,000. However, some locations like New York City have thresholds of $2 million and above. Please reach out to your TL or your MCA to confirm the luxury threshold for your area. And the property of that you're selling is the county, not the county of the market center that counts. So you may be selling properties in multiple counties that have different county thresholds. So you'll want to make sure what each of those county thresholds are. If you haven't earned in, KW also provides a variety of benefits to all KW agents who want to elevate their game, and benefits for those who are currently representing luxury properties or a luxury buyer. To start, I'm going to walk you guys through the new KW Luxury page that's located on Connect, which will provide you easy access to information about the luxury benefits and different marketing material that you guys have access to, as well as some training with Brady and Caroline. I'm going to put the link in the chat just so that you guys can follow along, and I will also share my screen with you guys. So here is in the chat, and let's see if I can share my screen. Okay. All right, so you should be able to see my screen now. So this is the new KW Luxury site. You get to it by going to KW Connect, hover over communities, and go to the new KW Luxury site drop down. So this is going to tell you kind of the stats about luxury, the details about the luxury program, as well as what you receive once you earn in. So these are different benefits that are available once you earn into the luxury community. So you have an enhanced luxury specific command referral features, elite personal branding and designs in command designs, monthly luxury social media toolkits. These are graphics, captions, and hashtags that our marketing team creates on a monthly basis for you guys to utilize on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. Exclusive training, networking, and discounts, personally branded KW luxury signs, enhanced consumer platform experiences, and luxury spotlights and mastermind with industry leaders. If you are a KW agent who has a property that qualifies and meets that luxury county threshold, you can take advantage of all of these tools that are available on this new KW luxury website. Your properties, if they meet the luxury county threshold and are active in MLS and KWLS, will automatically syndicate to the Wall Street Journal. In addition, if it is $1 million and up and meets those qualifications, it will go to Mansions Global and Barron's Group. This happens automatically if your market center has an active list hub. If not, you can send an email to luxury@kw.com and I can show you guys how to manually enter that luxury listing into KWLS so that it does syndicate. Again, you have access to the command designs. So this is marketing collateral, open house brochures, different presentations, and you can access this if you have a luxury property in command designs under the luxury dropdown. To the right of this, if you have any properties that are 5 million and up, you can submit them to be featured on the KW Luxury official Instagram and Facebook page. If your properties do not meet that 5 million, you can always tag us in KW Luxury Official to be shared to our stories. Continuing down on this page, you will see our marketing from professional services. If you're like, I do not want to create my open house brochures and flyers, we have a team that will do that for you for any of those luxury listings that you have. They have different packages available. If you click learn more, it will show you the pricing and what's included in each of those packages. So as a KW agent, even if you are not earned in, but you have a property that meets that county threshold, you can order a KW luxury sign, but that property that you're using that sign on must meet that county threshold. So you're going to want to double check that before putting that property sign on any of those houses you have for sale. To the right, we also sell swag. And one of the things we sell that is something to kind of definitely be a one-upper to other agents that are selling properties is this video brochure. It comes with a cord that plugs into your computer and 2 videos already upload on it. Once you plug it into the computer, it opens up a folder. You can drag those videos up and you can utilize this at open houses. You can utilize this as your listing presentation and send it to different clients you have, but you can upload and reuse this over and over. It holds 2 videos about 10 minutes long total. And it's for $75. In addition, if you want more advertisement, we do sell ads in the KW Luxury magazine. If you do purchase ad space in this magazine, you will receive 100 copies of this that you can then pass out to your clients. So you can add a personalized note in here as well for those clients. And like I mentioned, we do offer training for any KW agent. So we have the luxury info session, which happens the first Friday of the month at 12 p.m. Central. You can sign up right here. We have our monthly luxury learning series that happens on that second Friday at 12 p.m. Central. And you can see the calendar and it's a live stream. So you can live stream into that. And then any past videos and training you can find right here. If you continue scrolling down, you'll see some of the most frequently asked questions about luxury, as well as the answers once you click down that drop down. And I will open the floor to questions if you guys have any.
Any questions or anything for Brady?
Do you know what our threshold is? What's that been?
I'll find out.
I'm
Sure.
750.
I think we're good right now, Brandy.
Okay, perfect. If you guys think of anything, we are always here to help. Just send me an email at luxury@kw.com.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
I just want to make you guys aware of what's out there for you. that's why I want to make sure we brought them on. Kind of along with that, you know, one of the other exciting things that we heard at Family Reunion was the opportunity for agents to get health insurance and all that. One, Capstone Financial has got really not just the health insurance side of it, but the whole benefits side of it. So, sorry. Hey, Scott, are you on?
I am on.
All right. This is Scott Greenfield. He's actually the CEO of Capstone Financial, and just wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about this.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for taking the time. Yeah, you have me today, the CEO, and not Ronnie Suleimani today. So we work as a team, but we're really excited about launching the KW Perks benefit portal and opportunity for all of you to have access to. The official launch is April 1st, but actually everything is live today. So I'm going to walk you through exactly what's available, some of the features, and really now for the first time, we're really, really excited that everybody at Keller Williams now has access to true health insurance through Keller Williams for the first time ever. So I'm going to walk you through this. Feel free to jump in, ask me any questions, but it'll take about 3 or 4 minutes to run you through it, some of the highlights where it is, and then you'll get a tremendous amount of marketing from Keller Williams, you know, RI and the true partnership that we're having together. So has anybody heard of Capstone before, or worked with any of our advisors before?
Yeah, a little bit. A couple people have.
Okay, great. Well, hopefully the experience is great, and thank you very much for working with us. So everything you've heard before, this is a whole new enhancement. This is taking it to a different level because we were able to work with the mothership and get scale brought to everybody now. So now we're able to do things that we've never been able to done before because of we're working as a one big team to roll out these opportunities for you. So I'm going to try to share my screen. So I do apologize. I'm not the greatest with PowerPoint, but hopefully everybody can see my screen.
Got it.
Fantastic. So right now, this is called the KW Perks opportunity. It's kwperks.com. So I'm going to really walk you through the health insurance opportunity. So now you actually have health insurance with deductibles, HSAs, and everything you were working in a very large company. So here's a perfect example that we ran a couple of days ago. Sorry, I was unable to run Minnesota today, but if you would like, we'll get you quotes of anything you would like, and you can do this all yourself in a matter of 2 minutes online. So this is an example of a female, 42 years old, lives in a suburb of Georgia, married, 2 kids. This was taken a month ago. And this is with what it would cost for the health insurance. Now you have an opportunity at with dental and vision included. So right now, a family of that example would, for the $5,000 deductible, would pay $1,120 per month. That's with dental and vision. You have a $2,500 deductible, or you have a $10,000 deductible. This is with dental and with vision. You don't have to take dental and vision. Now we have options now. You can just take it with the health insurance, and the vision will come included. And you can buy dental if you want as well, or not. So now, as you can see, and if you compare it to the ACA, again, taken on the same day, the $5,000 deductible in Georgia is $1,120.59 versus the ACA, which is over $1,533. This is what it would be if you wanted the limited medical plan. Let's say you don't want full insurance. You just want to have a good plan with a copay that really does more of the primary care versus going to the ACA versus going to another company. You can have it all built in there. That same scenario is a $416, but to have actual access to care. Okay. One of the big advantages you have all now, you have options for a health savings account, an HSA. This is one of the greatest inventions in the health area over the last 20 years. You can use pre-tax money, put it into this account. You can pay for medical, co-pays, prescriptions with pre-tax money versus post-tax money. The money can also be invested if you do not use it, and then used for an extra funding vehicle for retirement post 65 if there's money left over in the accounts. This is a huge advantage to you all now, because now you get to take money that's taxable, move it from taxable to tax-free, put it in an account, you get a credit card that you now can go to your CVS's, your Walgreens, your Albertsons, your local, and now pay for prescriptions with pre-tax dollars versus post-tax dollars. Tremendous savings for all of you. You have full dental as well from Delta Dental, the largest network out there. So if you have coverage with your spouse somewhere else but don't have dental, you can actually now pick up a dental program for your family and a vision program. This is what the vision costs as well. Right now, you also, for the first time, have access to short-term disability, guaranteed issue, accident, critical illness, and hospital indemnity. All the things that you pay with money that comes out of your pocket before your deductible hits. Now you have opportunities to take that risk and put it on the insurance companies by having this bundle product. Short-term disability, hospital indemnity, accident, and critical illness. And one of the big things we brought to the table is all of you working with personal information from clients, tax returns, banking information, cybersecurity, especially what's going on right now, is a huge, huge issue. You now have access to a cybersecurity package that will protect your devices from hack. So there's a lot more coming down the pipeline starting in April 1st, but we really wanted to show all of you the major difference of having the opportunity to have access to true health insurance for you and your families. Now I'll open it up for questions.
Any questions for Scott?
How do we get a quote?
How do they get a quote, Scott?
Very simple. Thanks somebody asked me. So I'm going to try to unshare my screen, new share, and go to the different screen. Hold on one second. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Or no? Yes?
Yeah.
This is the KW Perks website, kwperks.com. All you have to do is put your first name, your last name, and an email address. Your date of birth. So anybody want to give me a date of birth? That you want to see a quote that somebody might have insurance? 30 years old, 40 years old. I'll use an old man like me, 52.
2278. 2278.
02/02/. Thank you very much, whoever's birthday that is. Married, not married. And home zip code.
55372, and I'm married.
I'm sorry, what was that one more time?
55372, and she's married.
Okay, fantastic. 55. You said 55372. 2. And you have a partner. I use the same birthday. Are you guys close in age?
Yep.
All right. Mine, I'll make him one day older.
Perfect.
How's that? Is that okay? All right. And he is a male. You are a female. And any children?
2.
All right, fantastic. How old? Doesn't matter. I'm just asking knowledge. I got 2 myself.
11 and 6.
I got 2 17-year-olds, twins, boy and a girl. And that's all you have to do is hit calculate. There you go. So for you, $2,500 deductible is $1,083.34. The 500 is $900 for you and the family. And if you want to see what the details are, hopefully you're still seeing my screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is what it covers. Here's the deductibles. So if you ever had insurance if you ever been on a W-2 or have insurance, this looks very, very similar to what you would get. And this is exactly what it covers. And hopefully, and this is, and it's the largest PPO network in the country. You can look if your doctor's on it. It's the same network we use at Mass Mutual. That's my parent company. You can see right here, HSA available. And that's how easy it is to get a quote. And if you want to create an account, you create an account and you go forward. There's a couple of knockout questions. The biggest issue is really some high-end, very rare medication. 90% of the people are passing the PHQ, the health questionnaire. And the beauty of this, there is no enrollment window. Open enrollment all the time. If you sign up today on the 16th of the month, you are covered May 1st. It goes from the 16th to the 15th. So if you would have signed up yesterday, you would have been covered April 1st. So, questions?
I think they're good. I think we'll just kind of point them towards the KW Perks website.
Yep.
And if there's anything pertinent, I'll definitely reach out to you and Ronnie.
Right, and you also right here on top here are all the benefits that you have access to. If you want to see what a limited medical plan is, it's right there as well. So really looking for, and I would advise everybody to go on there, look what you're paying, and you're going to see anywhere between a 30 to a 50% discount to the fees that you're paying from the ACA. Health savings accounts right there. All the information as well is on, for all of you who really want to read more about some stuff on the member services, has everything about the captive, where everything is, all the details about all the insurance, everything else there, and all the other bundles we have as well.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Scott.
Got it. Thank you very much for your time, everybody.
All right. Sorry. So moving on, we go through some updates. Moving to Melissa. Broker update.
Have I told you lately how much I love you? Well, this month we're going with a little different variation. Have I told you how lucky I am to work with you? So lucky, I'm willing to share not just my booze, but also my love of gambling and my love of gold-covered Reese's peanut butter cups. So we're doing a little contest today. And I have someone who's going to help me with the contest. So as Dean walks up, will you please come on up? I know that the last couple meetings that I've done have been kind of heavy. I've delivered some information and some regulation, and I'm doing so to really protect you. And I want to make sure that you guys know that not only am I your broker, but I'm also your advocate. I'm here to advocate for you. I'm here to help you. I'm here to make sure that you don't get into any trouble. But we are lucky that as a part of the ALC, we have other advocates that are here for you. So I brought Dean up. Oh wait, don't go to that screen. I hope you weren't.
I got him memorized.
I hope you don't have a photographic memory. I brought Dean up because he is on the advocacy committee for the ALC, and I wanted him to introduce himself and tell you a little bit more about it.
I got something to say then.
Well, yeah, remember we prepared this.
Yes, of course. And then Shane is also co-chair with me, and Shane is not here. Shane, are you on this call?
Wasn't surgery?
You just had surgery.
I'm on the call.
Oh, he's there.
Surgery, yes.
I knew he'd be there. Was that in my head, or did you hear that? so, well, not you. Anyway, yeah, so we are the co-chairs on the agent advocacy board, and yeah, it is, we haven't completely perfectly defined it yet, but basically, I guess in a nutshell, you know, we're all CEOs of our own businesses here, essentially, and the marketplace is a valuable partner and resource. If the marketplace is doing well, we're doing well, and vice versa, basically. So, but you have a lot of authorship in your own business, and there's a lot of elements to the real estate industry in general that are coming at us from every direction. It's changing, it's fluid all the time. So we basically want to be sort of the intermediary, is that the right word I'm looking for, I guess, to the ALC for any ideas, concerns, ways that the marketplace can foster a better work environment for us, and to help us grow and improve what we're doing. And so, you know, we don't want to necessarily look at it as the complaint box per se, but we definitely at the same time want to be there to kind of hear concerns as well. You know, maybe things that you'd like to see done differently, and maybe offer any perspective that we have on that from our experiences versus shuffling that on to the broker per se.
Yeah, that's right. I hope you're comfortable to come to me. And if
Yeah.
you're not, know that there are peers that you can go to. So we've got a little contest. Part of what I do is educate you and advocate for you. I am willing to admit that when I was about 12 years into my career, I listed a house in South St. Paul and I sold it. And then the realtor said, could you provide for me your truth in housing report? And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing this for more than 10 years and I didn't even know all the cities that need to have a truth in housing report. So I'd like to remind you that there are many municipalities that have a state required point of sale inspection. It's conducted by a government official and they are typically required prior to listing a property. These inspections are meant to provide buyers with basic information regarding the safety and compliance issues with each listed property. Now, something I learned last week that is going to be your golden nugget to take away today is if someone within these municipalities wants to do a disclosure alternative, a waiver, they can use that truth in housing report as their property disclosure that they check the box on and provide it. So how nice is that to know if you have someone who wants to do a seller's disclosure? So you're gonna be my handout person, and I'm gonna have everyone raise your hand if you know a city that requires a truth in housing report. Okay, I'm sorry, I need to get my pen so I can check all these off. Okay, all right, let's start here.
St. Louis Park.
St. Louis Park, you are correct. That is one of, so you can give her one of those little dealy bops. All right, Steve in the back.
Yeah.
Minneapolis, you got it, you got it. Let's go over here to this side. You're waiting. St. Paul, that's right. I gave away the,
Bloomington.
oh, Bloomington, you're right. I gave away, anyone want to tell my city? South St. Paul, exactly, very good. Candace? Golden Valley, you know.
Richfield.
Not on the list.
Oh, wait.
They do it.
I'm behind.
Inspection.
Huh? What was drawing?
They might have something like that. All right, great.
Hopkins?
Hopkins is on the list. You got it. Steve?
Richfield.
Richfield is on the list. Oh, who is that? We can save one in my office for you. All right, go ahead. Maplewood is on the list. You got it, you got it, you got it. New Hope. And Michelle, how about for you? Oh, that was you.
That was
I thought that was Jessica.
St. Louis Park.
St. Louis Park is on the list. Okay, now, oh wait, someone already said it.
Oh,
Someone
they
did
did?
already say that.
Okay.
They require two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else have their hand up? West St. Paul, not on the list. This is from the Minnesota Association of Realtors.
West St. Paul requires a sewer inspection, and that's a digital file that stays on file with the city.
Okay.
How long have they required that?
Huh?
How long have they required that?
At least a year.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
How many do we have left?
We have two.
We have two left.
And there are two people on, there's Shoot, 3.
Okay, all right, well, one for you and one for me, because I really like the chocolate. We've got Orono, and we also have Robbinsdale. All right, so everyone open your socks, because there's a lot of ticket in there, and I want to see if anyone wins. Thank you.
So next up, Jessica with PC for productivity coaching.
Yes, okay, so, this is where we're at right now. We are at, we're at $150, 150 under 2,000. And look what's back here, 2 grand all the way up to 5,000. So, just like last time, I need you to raise your hand if you're willing to give $50, and Victoria is going to write down your name. So, the reason that we're doing this is, 360 Communities is collecting for the entire month of March. And we have a competition between us and, remind me. Remax and Apple Valley, sorry, I was sick. And I'm pretty sure we're beating them already, because I talked to her the other day and her face kind of went like, and I told her that we did this, so. So that's a good thing. The other thing is we are taking food donations. So the goal is 150,000 pounds of food and $150,000. So, and we're also gonna get one big giant check that we can write our name on and do a picture in front of, so.
Is it a big check at this?
Yeah, the giant check, yeah.
Jessica?
Yes.
Jessica? I'd like to remind the office that 360 Community, their buying power is 3 to 1. So when we donate money, when we give them $5,000, we're really giving them $15,000. So I think that will really knock their socks off. More than 150,000 pounds of food is great, but $150,000 is $450,000.
Right, exactly.
Jessica, do you want to take pledges?
Yes, so who wants to give anything? What do you want to give? Put up your fingers for how much money you want to give. And some of you still have to give because, John, you rose your hands last time, and I'm still trying to collect the money. So.
I'm there with you, Joe.
Yeah, some of you. And then the other thing is tomorrow and Friday, we have Ignite Light. It's from 9 to 12. It will be in here. And we have 4 great presenters on the ALC. And that is not only for new agents, but for everybody. So I would highly recommend that you attend. Any questions on either item? No? Anybody want to give some money?
I think we maybe all already did, right?
I don't think everybody did.
Growth coaching,
Growth
Sarah?
coaching. Today at 2 here or on Zoom, I'll post the link in the Facebook page, and we're going to talk about consistency and why that's important in a real estate business. 36 touch, follow up with leads. Jason's going to be there with some ideas as well. So be there. Feel fun.
Cool. Ryan Drake, American Funding.
Thank you. So we've had a lot of interest in our buyer accept program, which is turning your buyer into a cash buyer. I missed the last team meeting. I was on vacation, so I just kind of want to do a quick overview of it again. And then Drake's going to talk about some of the actual positive changes to an awesome program that have already taken place. So I'm not in the business to do pre-approval letters. I'm great at getting approvals. I'm on top of things as far as getting you the pre-approval night, day, weekends. But likewise, you're not in the business to show houses and make offers. You're in the business to get the offers accepted. And right now, I know there was a conversation earlier about how many offers we're making. You know, some of the thousands of offers to get to the 133 that actually were written or were accepted. And so the buyer accept program, we call it the BAP initials. The BAP program is not a moneymaker. It's strictly a program to get your offer accepted, right? And that's how you make money. You get those offers accepted. Then we can actually do the mortgage, which is how we make money. So it's to get that customer's offer accepted so we can both do our business. Right? I could sit and do a class on this and talk for hours about it, but we actually have an hour Zoom call that, due to demand, it's daily. And you can sign up. Drake will talk a little bit more about this. But even if you're remotely interested, I would highly recommend you watch it. Take part, and you get a lot of info and it'll be a lot easier for you to explain it to your customers. I can certainly do that as well, but Drake will talk about that a little bit more further.
All right, so yeah, we will send you guys a video that you can share with your customers too, that it'll help explain the program and its benefits. It's about an hour long, like Brian mentioned. There's a Q&A at the end of it, and it's every single day, at 1 p.m. except for Wednesdays, it's at 3 p.m. And so I'll post that link in the group, and you guys can find it there. It's well worth your time. In fact, if you want to use this program, you do have to attend the class so that you can get the certification. And let's talk about the awesome upgrades that Brian had mentioned too. So, we continue to be more aggressive to get buyers approved. And so we made some awesome changes. And those changes are, we're basically, going by Fannie Mae's guidelines. And essentially, we lowered the down payment requirement from 10%, and it's now 3% for conventional. And then for VA, it is now from 10%, it went to 0 down. So it's kind of the standard guidelines across the board. And then with the minimum FICO score, from 680, it is now down to 620. And now if it's at 620, there might be other reasons why they're not qualifying, and that's kind of always the case. And, we're just looking for more ways to get our customers into homes. So I'll be posting that link in the Facebook group. You can register for whichever day works best for you. Again, it's at 1 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Wednesdays, it's at 3 p.m. And here's a flyer. It kind of explains the benefits and the program details. We've got John on there for you. But if you'd like to get your information on there, reach out to Brian or I, and we'll get you on there. Again, this class is it's every single day. It's just so popular, and we want to get it out to you guys so that way you have the information and you can get certified. And then on to the next slide, we'll talk about this awesome Instagram class that we have. A lot of you guys have been asking me about Instagram. Instagram's a great platform for you guys to get leads and grow your business. And video is an even better way to get your face in front of the camera, get buyers more familiar with you and what you do. And so Instagram Reels, it's exactly like TikTok. And so if any of you are interested in TikTok, I know a lot of you have been reaching out to me about that too. There's a class March 31st. It's on Zoom, so you can attend from the comfort of your home. It's going to be at 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. So right before that GCI class that John had mentioned. So it might be a busy day for you, but I think you can squeeze it all in. It's going to be good stuff for you. And again, it's 2 weeks out. I'll post more information on this tomorrow in the Facebook group. And you can put it on your calendar. You don't have to register for it. But again, I'll post that link so that way you can put it on your calendar, get the link for the Zoom class. But other than that, that's what we've got for you guys. Thanks for listening. And hopefully, if you have any questions about this or the BAT program, we're right around the corner. Reach out to us.
So obviously, we really, truly do enjoy our preferred vendors. So Stems and Vines want to talk a little bit?
Yeah, thanks for having us.
They are bringing lunch today, so we have lunch after this. So
set up next door, it's Chick-fil-A. I hope everyone likes that.
Yeah, it'll be gone quick. I do know that's a Bell's Fire.
Bell's of Ireland, exactly. Yes, which in honor of tomorrow, St. Patrick's
So
Day.
my grandma and my
for
dad,
KW.
they used to own some for us, so
Fantastic. Michelle's handing some stuff out. I'm going to turn this over to her in a sec. She'll talk. I know we only have a few minutes, so we'll make the most of your time. Thanks for having us. My name is Brett. I'm the owner of Stems and Vines, Floral Boutique. We are the new preferred vendor for you guys. So And back to our arrangement that we're showcasing today, we are giving this away at the end of the day lunch here. So I think Michelle's gonna pass around a empty vase for, if you guys have business cards, wanna pop one in there, we're gonna pull one out of that hat. Sorry to everyone at home and online. Real quickly, I'm Brett. As I mentioned, I'm the owner of Stems and Vines. Stems and Vines have been serving the Twin Cities for over 35 years. So, and one thing, we have brick and mortar locations in both Prior Lake and Burnsville. Our Burnsville location is just off County Road 11 by Valley Natural Food, if you are familiar with that area, right around the corner. We offer same and next day delivery throughout the entire metro. So we can get to Anoka, Maplewood, Minnetonka, et cetera. We can get anywhere. Same day if we get the order by 10 a.m. Otherwise, next day is always an option. We source most 95% of our product locally from an amazing company up in Plymouth. They have an amazing grow operation right there on site. They have acres of greenhouses. So as much as possible, we like our product to be fresh, homegrown, and we get it delivered every single weekday. So we're awesome. I'm being a little facetious. I'm not a pat myself on the back kind of guy, but we take a lot of pride in the product we source, our amazing design teams, and then our customer service level that we can offer you guys. So what we're here to talk to you today about is our realtor program and just making client gifting easy for you guys as another touch point. I heard 26. So we want to be 1 to 25 of those. So you can go to the next slide. So I mean, essentially what we want to do is help keep you guys front of mind and with a nice on-point touch and on-point brand or on-brand touch point for your clients, whether that's staging an open house or a thank you gift to somebody that recently purchased for you, or anything else you can think of, you know, birthdays, loss of a loved one, anniversaries, buying anniversary, whatever you want, be there to deliver that thoughtful gift for you. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle.
Yeah, so what you get with our realtor program, the first thing is this custom card. You guys have an example in the handout as well. But when we sign you up, we get your logo and the messaging that you want. We create those for you. So every time you order, you stick that in the arrangement. So as soon as they open it, it's the first thing that they see is your brand right in front of them. Fresh seasonal flower deliveries delivered right to your clients. If you want to deliver them, you can. Otherwise, you order and you don't have to worry about it, picking them up, dropping off, anything like that. Affordable marketing investment, just another way to get in front of your clients, both current and past clients. The 36 touch, I know you want to get in front of them 36 times in a year. And this. We try to make it as quick and simple ordering process as possible for you. My husband's a real estate agent. I know that you guys are busy. So we just try to make it as easy and quick as possible for you or whoever is ordering on your behalf. And we'll go over that in a second. And then a dedicated program manager, which will be me, to just ensure everything is going smoothly, help with orders, and just making sure everything is on track. So the ordering process, once we get you signed up, I get your logo, your messaging, stuff like that. It's really easy to order. You're just gonna send me an email. It will have recipient's name, address, and phone number. Delivery date, so we deliver Monday through Saturday throughout the entire Twin Cities metro area. And then if it's a certain occasion and you want something different than what is on that enclosure card, we can also utilize our normal enclosure card that is in every arrangement that you can put a personalized message as well. How to get started, just connect with me and we'll get you guys signed up. As soon as we get your logo and your information, then you guys can start ordering and start utilizing it.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you for lunch. We got one more big thing, so we kind of wait for the best for last. I want to bring John up. So, sorry, it might be a little bit over today. I wasn't planning on the insurance going that long, sorry. When I told him 5 minutes, he took a little bit longer. But I wanted to say the best for last, so I don't know if everyone's aware of John Rohan. John's down in Red Wing. His team.
Owns Red Wing.
Owns Red Wing. His team did over 34 million last year. If my numbers are right, John alone did over 17 of that himself. So I'm really honored to have him up here. I have some kind of prepared questions for him initially, and then I want to open it up if you guys have any questions after. I'm sure he'll even stay after too during lunch. Yeah. Chick-fil-A, you know? So, just tell us a little bit about you and your family.
Oh, okay. My wife, her name is Wendy Erickson. We've been married for coming on 40 years next year, so we're going to celebrate that. I have 4 adult children and 2 boys, 2 girls, and my oldest is married with 3 grandkids. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. And then my oldest daughter is married, living here in Minneapolis. My next son lives in St. Paul, and my youngest also. Yeah.
And I know his grandkids are big to him because I met him at Little Oscars, which I think he owns part of the place. If you have a meeting with John, that's where you meet him in Houston, Minnesota.
I have twins that are, born on February 2nd. And so when they turned 2, it was 2/2/22 for those 2 kids.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. A number of birthdays, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what did you do before real estate?
Oh, well, moved to Red Wing in '86 and started real estate in '87. So we just got back from my wife finishing graduate school. I was managing grocery department and large grocery stores prior to that.
So what made you jump into the real estate?
Oh, it was back then, I was 29 back then, and my wife's friend was the, back then you called the receptionist at the real estate office, and she just talked to the broker and said, I think he'd be good. And back then I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. I didn't know any reason why.
So maybe tell everyone about your first year in real estate.
Oh, yeah. So first year in real estate, 1987. If you follow financial markets at all, 1986, 87, you remember that? Yeah. So that's when I started. And then when I opened Red Wing Home for Sale 2011, another, really bad time. Make it then, you can make it, yeah. So my first year, didn't know any better. So that's back when we actually walked around neighborhoods, did knock on doors, and got my name out there and all that kind of stuff. The world was different. 1-page purchase agreements, 1-page listing agreements. I wrote offers on the trunk of the car. It was great. But that first year, I closed 12 transactions, and my very first listing was for $19,500.
Wow.
Yes.
That would go really fast.
That was my first year.
So maybe, obviously people that don't know Red Wing, just a little bit overview of your business. Maybe talk about your first hire that you did.
Sure. I'm going to talk about my first hire as when I was with the team, Keller Williams, if that's okay.
Yeah.
That is it took me about 9 months to convince my daughter to join us as our marketing person. She's working as the marketing director for Chamber of Commerce in River Falls. And after that amount of time, she finally decided to join us. So that's been great. We have somebody who does that now. That position's morphed into a lot of other things. But so social media, Instagram, Reels, all that. I have that. I mean, she has that. So I have access to see what we're doing. So that's good.
She's phenomenal. I've met her. She's definitely, that's a great hire.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone here and the 20 or so online would love to have someone like her on their team.
So 25-year-old, 20-something, that's awesome.
And then obviously, you talked about your daughter a little bit. It's obviously kind of a family affair, his business is. So maybe talk a little bit about the dynamics there.
Oh, yeah. So there's only 5 of us, and 4 of us are licensed. Obviously, myself, and then my lead buyer specialist, if you want to call him that. That's my son, Isaac. He's been with us for 6 years now. And then I have my first administrative help, Neil Topliff. He's also licensed, and he does like client coordination for us, buyer calls, seller calls. He also does photography and does floor plans and that kind of thing for all of our listings. So, and I mean, he's good. I mean, we have people that have listed their house with us just because of his pictures. So, really thankful for that. So that's pretty nice. And then we have another agent who joined us last year as a buyer agent as well. So Isaac's kind of mentoring him. And then Abby, who stepped in, and she's like, originally started doing marketing, but she's kind of getting into the financials and operations as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So maybe also talk about what were some of your deciding factors of joining KW?
Well, I would have joined Keller Williams when they first came to Minnesota. However, back then they were only located, I believe I had this right, in communities of like 60,000 population. That's kind of how I started in the Midwest, and that's my understanding from the guy up in North Dakota. Something like that. Anyway, so Todd Butzer, yes. So met with him numerous times over the years, but then in 2020 they opened it up to indie brokerages, and that's when I said, yeah, let's give this a try. And then obviously Olivia and Melissa, the other Melissa, I mean, have you ever been in a meeting with those two? It's hard not to say yes.
And I know Will Oscars was a big fan. I remember when I met you the first time, Olivia's like, you will be going to Will Oscars.
Do they still have cinnamon rolls this big?
They do. I didn't get them anymore. I used to, but there's a reason for that.
So you've obviously been in real estate for a while. Tell us about some of your failures that you've had.
Oh, yeah. Well, that could take a long time, but I'll narrow it down to two. One of the first things that happened is when I got into this, my background of working was, nobody's been out working. And so, which I was working a lot, spending a lot of time, but that's not so great for your family. It's not a good thing. The choice of hours and hours of work versus your family, I look back on those first 10 to 15 years and I go, there's some bad choices there. I mean, family was way more important than whatever that important was. So the balance wasn't there. The balance is never really there, but I was always bouncing about what I should have. So kind of have that under control. So that was a big deal because family's always more important than that. And then the other thing too, after doing this so many years on my own as a single person running the business, I became kind of addicted to my standards of doing business. It's like this is this. And so when I had my very first hire, it was like I was that person that was not pleasant with anybody else's work. It had to meet the standard that wasn't achievable, but it didn't need to be that. I was not a very pleasant boss when I first started, just because there wasn't any way to get to that. And they didn't need to get to that, but that was a learning process. So being that person wasn't great for them, and it wasn't great for me either. So you have to get people to run and let them run with it and trust that process.
So as Victoria said, you own Redway. So what's made you successful?
I think that, there's been a few things, markets have gone up and down the last 35 years. I think the biggest thing is kind of being involved in your community. That's important. And obviously, small town, it's only 16 as far as population. Being involved in your community, I'm not hyper involved, but I am involved with all my clients. Right now, we have a pretty good base of past clients, 2,000 to work on, and that's not just staying in touch with buyers, sellers, all that. And it's wonderful because, small town life, you see them everywhere, you know, do stuff, it's just, walk around town, you know, concerts in the park, or concerts, stuff like that, you see people all the time that you work with, and here's my whoever, can you help them out? So, you know, a lot of that, it's different where you live, but where I live, those things are really important, and they work really well with us.
Maybe talk about a little bit about your lead gen, you know, yourself or your team, what's worked for you?
Well, actually, some of that has changed with command, you know, with the fire hose of command, I would say, that there's so much there. But since we've started, you know, embracing command as much as we possibly can, we have changed that. As far as our lead generation goes, we have very consistent farming that we do, and I have, you know how you talk about your 8x8s and 36 sections. Well, the nice part about my team is that's split up with different people. I have one person who loves being on the phone and calling people. I don't get that, but others that put together the marketing pieces, and so for us, it works out really well because, I mean, the things that I like to do are kind of tailored towards me. What he likes to do are tailored towards him, and what she likes to do. So it all kind of fits together. And so that's the prospecting piece. And as far as the marketing goes, you know, we're really taking advantage of monthly newsletters, and we do quarterly magazines, not only at local businesses, but we send those to farming areas as well as all of our past clients. So, but that's a great thing. We can do that all from within command. So we're trying to, you know, follow the programs as best we can, but also, you know, listening. I think if there's anything, it's you have to develop that skill. You might be ready for your spiel, and they're just like, I just want to get started. Okay, we can do that. And so I think sometimes we just have to be ready.
Obviously, in today's market, listings are hard to find. What would be your advice after, you know, 30 some years? Getting those listings in today's market?
It really depends. But like, again, I'm super fortunate to have you know, a database of a couple thousand sellers and buyers, past buyers to work with. But if you've been selling real estate, I would say you have to keep that continual follow-up, because we're always monthly to all of our clients saying, hey, you know, the market's changed. Would you like an update on your market value? So we're doing that constantly. And so oftentimes we did it last month. We don't need to do it again, but they may know somebody that does. So those are kind of the soft things that we do. It's not a hard, we don't really have a hard cold calling process, because we have a lot of soft stuff that happens, and we follow that up. So I don't know if that really answers your question, but it is approaching.
We have some new agents here sitting just right here. Do you have any nuggets for them as they're kind of getting started in their real estate career?
Yeah, I think it's really different. Anyway, my advice would be, number one, find a mentor, a team leader, a broker that is willing to spend the time with you to become comfortable in those settings. I think the biggest struggle for new agents is that I don't know, but I'll get back to you. I don't know, but I'll get back to you. You know, and I think that as a new agent, you have to realize that you've taken these classes, you've done these courses, you have your license. Okay, guess what? You just know, now you know more than any of the buyers and sellers out there. Embrace that you're the expert there. And I think that's really important, but you have to get some scripting down. You have to know how to answer those questions. So work with your mentor, work with your team lead or your broker to get to that level. I think the biggest problem that I see is buyers or new agents, they don't have that air of confidence about them. And I'm like, hey, even if you've just taken your classes, you know more than most buyers and sellers. Own that. You know, go in there with, I'm the expert here. Because if you don't, they're going to see through it. They just are. And don't get caught up in the experience thing. Now, what I mean by that is, I primarily do listings. So I do the experience thing because that works, because I can throw all these big numbers. But you as a new agent, don't even go down that road. Be that most committed agent. I've got time for you. I'm excited to do this. Do that. Those are the things that are, every once in a while, I'll lose a listing to a young agent. I'm kind of impressed. I'm like, what did they do? What did they say? And I'm not a real good cheerleader. I'm not a great, I just not. But I'm impressed when that happens because they did something different. They did something new. And I'm trying to find out what that was.
Yeah.
So, but that would be my.
It's gonna change a little bit. What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, that's changed over the years.
Yeah.
My kids, I have 2 hockey players, so that's a whole life. But now it's mostly travel. My wife and I do a fair amount of traveling. We've been doing some catch-up trips this year, which has been fun. But that's mostly what it is. International. My wife does a lot of. She's a road trip. I call her a road tripper because she'll be like, I'm going on a trip for 10 days out west, and she'll by herself in a car, and she goes. And I get updates and stuff like that. How you doing? Where are you? And she's real adventuresome. But no, mostly we've been traveling internationally, and obviously warmer in the winter is kind of our thing.
So, who would be your role model?
Well, I'm not a real person or a role model person, although I do have 3 very important friends in my life that, they keep me centered, and I respect and really am thankful for them. One is a neighbor who lives out the other end of my block. I don't know how this happens. You ever meet that person that is, I won't say always bubbly, but just a happy person? It's like every day they wake up and they're like, okay, whose life can I make better today? And they're like, so you see them from a half a block away, and they're like, hey, boyfriend, hey, girlfriend, have a great day. And or if you dare get close enough, you're going to get that hug from me. So I have one of those on my block, and she is the most amazing person ever. In fact, very few people know her first name is Cindy, but everybody calls her Yo Baby. Baby. And the other 2 people actually are mutual friends. Sarah's and she's known them longer, but when I was a council president at our church, I think. Well, anyway, he was hired as an associate pastor there. He went on his way, his wife, and then they came back. And, Brian and Larissa are their names, and she is an amazing person. Just an amazing woman. She will probably own that someday. And Brian has taken a different route. He's become a pastor. He's written an author. He's written 6 books. He's now back in ministry again. But those relationships there are really phenomenal because we've been able to get to the point of friendships, vacations together and things like that. But if you have friends that give without any reason for giving, you gotta hang on to them, keep them in life as long as you can. So that's what those people are.
So, obviously I shared a lot of these questions with John prior. This is the question actually I've been waiting for personally. Tell us something about yourself that we wouldn't know. It cannot be on your resume. It can't be on LinkedIn. It cannot be in social media. None of that counts.
Well, I can't control what my youngest daughter says, so I don't know if it's on social media. But we kind of did a thing like this just a couple months ago. So one of the, these are the strange things, there's a bunch of them, but I'll go with, back in high school I used to wrestle. That was a thing where I grew up in eastern Wisconsin and wrestling. And so I wrestled all through high school. Well, I started wrestling at a little guy, 99 pounds, and weight classes and things like that. I don't know if you ever followed that. Well, and that was when I was a freshman. And then when I was a senior, I started wrestling at 99 pounds.
Oh.
I was a very small person. I found out that.
Do you wrestle with your grandkids?
Oh, yeah, yes.
A little arm bar,
So
do like takedown?
he's in jujitsu classes, and he likes to do that. So whatever that might be, we roll around on the floor, it's fun.
So, I want to open this up if anybody's got any questions for John. So, maybe the last thing, so I talked about the 34 million. Tell me the average home sale price is for that 30.
Well, we're pretty excited because last year it went up to, the average is 283, something like that, from 264. So that's a big jump for us, you know? Now we can actually relate to the MREA when he does those 250 house average prices. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I think we could.
Well, that's very impressive. So, does anybody got any questions for John? With 30-some years of experience?
How
Or did
far,
I ask-
like, out of Red Wing, because I know you're licensed in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
What's kind of your radius?
You know, there's a lot of you guys, a lot of really good agents out there, but we go to Cannon Falls and not really much further than, you know, Hampton and Hastings. You have people there. So, but then south, we'll go south as far as Zumbrota, Pine Island. I have listed homes in Stewartville and in Hugo and a lot of places, but those are specific. And then, so that's the Minnesota side. Wisconsin side is usually from, well, I'm listing a house in River Falls right now, and then we've gone all the way down to Pepin. So just a different market. And I want to say Wisconsin's probably 5 to 6% of our business, but you know, that's getting busier and busier. It really is. So yeah, we're doing that, and 3 of my agents are licensed.
That was my question, was how much business you do in Wisconsin?
Yeah, less than 5%.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know springtime is kind of a big deal for the bald eagles in Red Wing. What's the largest number you've seen at one time?
You know, they kind of, if you haven't been there, there's a park called Caldwell Park right down there, and you'll see it today. The most I've seen in one tree is 8. But if you just stay there for 20 minutes or so, you probably see 40, something like that. Yeah, they're pretty long.
Any other questions? Sorry, Jason.
You mentioned early on being a tough boss.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there was some headbutting there, but how did you change that?
Well,
I mean, we all talk about change, it sounds simple and it's time, but you had to make something intentional. You had to have a process, I would think, in mind.
Sure. Yeah, well, and what happened is I developed what I call, I'm kind of the big picture guy, the long view. And so it took conscious effort, like you mentioned, to do that and say, okay, step back a minute. What's our goal here? How important are these things? And can we get there? Can we get to a place where we're both, you know, feeling good about this? I'm feeling good about the response. He's feeling good about what he's doing. And it was just one of those things that, it's really, it's not you, it's me. And it truly was me, because I just had to let go and let good people do what good people do. You have to trust them, you have to give them your support, and let them run with some of those things. And guess what? Those little things, they eventually just, you know, they get there, you know, and it didn't change the transaction, it didn't change the deal. You're okay with it. So if that.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you guys have any other questions, I don't want to keep you guys from lunch and all that. I know John's going to stay around, but I just want to thank you for coming. And the one thing that I want to tell you, so hold you guys, there's 5 lottery tickets underneath 5 different chairs. $5 lottery tickets, you could win $500.
Oh, wow.
So if you got one,
on their socks?
there's only 5, so I see 1 already full. 2.
Wearing those socks tomorrow.
we don't have anything, it's not there.
Yeah. If you really want the insight, Jason's putting them out there, so. Oh, look at that. Oh, wait, sorry. Winner for the flowers, sorry.
Yes, winner of the arrangement is Lisa Williams.
Yay!